I am on my way to the store this morning. I've got to go pick something up. Like most mornings, I got woke up due to some thoughts. Now, these thoughts always come strange to me because when I sleep at night, I sleep pretty well. I don't really toss and turn a whole lot. But there is this thing where, boy, sometimes I'll just, maybe 30 minutes before I'm about to wake up, I'll just get something weighing really heavy on my mind, and I might have trouble getting back to sleep. And whether I go back to sleep and wake up later is one thing, but I always wake up thinking about it, and I'll think about it for a couple hours in the morning. And today, I'm just really concerned about, it's because it's Saturday morning, and Saturday mornings always remind me of something. Saturday mornings remind me of the people I know out there that are heavy drinkers, or even the casual drinkers, because casual drinkers drink on Friday and Saturday night. And I don't. I don't really drink at all. And the reason I don't drink at all is because, I've been sober for like 6 or 7 years. And when I say sober, I occasionally will have a drink, but when I say occasionally, I might mean like once a month or maybe once every 2 months. I think a while back I actually went like 3 months without having a beer. Just simply because I just think they're garbage. I don't like the way that they make me feel. So this morning, that's what I was thinking about. And I just wanted to remind you that whenever you're going out and you're drinking on a Friday night or a Saturday night or any night, if you're an alcoholic and you're drinking any night, you remember that alcohol is releasing dopamines in your brain. Okay, that's the chemical that makes you feel happy, the one that makes you feel good, dopamines. And each time you drink, you're wearing down those dopamines, so your brain can over time release less of those dopamines. So if you're ever sitting there and you're having a beer and you're saying to yourself, how come this beer doesn't feel like it felt to me when I was 20 years old, 21 years old, legal drinking age, okay, 21. How come it doesn't feel that way to me like it used to feel? Well, it's because you've dulled down these dopamines in your brain, and you have an imbalance of dopamines, the dopamines and serotonins. And serotonins make you feel depressed. So, what do we do about that? Because continuing to drink and continuing to kill those dopamines in your brain are not going to make you happy. That's just a scientific fact, okay? And some of the things that I worry about, that, like I say, when I woke up this morning, I had one person in particular on my mind, and I'll just kind of share a little brief story about that. And then there may be one of you out there that actually feels the exact same way. The same thing is happening to you. So, this morning in particular, I was thinking about a guy that's had a couple, they're called DWIs down here. They may be DUIs in your state, wherever you're located. And, the last one he had, he lost his job. He was really in a dark place. And we're talking about a really prideful man. And that man, talked to me, and really, we went in depth about the situation, and we talked about ways that I could help that person, because I have experience in this. And it just wasn't a couple days later, things started looking up for this guy. He got his job back. He got enrolled in his little alcohol program to do the things that he has to do to get his driver's license back. And then, we no longer had communications. And it's because what people do is whenever you start releasing those serotonin, and you get out of that depressed state and you think everything's okay, you go back to doing what you were doing before. And whether or not, if you're going through an alcohol program and you're not drinking, and you think, well, I'm okay, I'm not drinking, I'm doing the things that I need to do to get my driver's license back. Well, what that tells me from experience is that you'll probably end up getting your driver's license back. You'll get to a point where you're comfortable again, and you'll turn back to alcohol, and you'll find yourself in the exact same spot. But so you're not taking the steps and using the tools that are provided. Look, if the state is making you go to mandatory courses, then go to them and take them serious and work with those tools that you're giving, and continue to progress as a person. That way you don't fall back into this. Because regardless of how it makes you feel, I wake up on a regular basis and I think about you. And this isn't just one person. This is, I know many people that go through this. And it affects others around you, friends and family and loved ones as well. So, think about that. Think about the way you feel on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning and you wake up. Think about diet and exercise, how that would change the way you feel. Think about if you're going to AA, think about extra credit. Think about on your own time, Google something. Google the tools or Google mental illnesses and take your own time and your own research and really dive deep into it about what am I going to do for me to make me a better person, okay? Because everyone knows that those external motivational forces aren't going to work for a drug addict or an alcoholic. Don't rely on your family to come push you, to make you feel like you're being hounded. That's not their responsibility. They are not trained professionals. And it's not fair to them. It's fair to hold yourself accountable. And it's fair for you to work on the problem. Hey there, I'm back. I had to take a break from that video. I pulled up to the store and I saw a bunch of people I know. And I saw my resident homeless man that likes to hound me for money, whatever he can get off of me. And he's a good old fella, but he's one of them guys that we're just talking about. One of those types of guys, you'll see him up in a store and he'll be buying a 20-ounce can of beer or whatever, and you'd say to yourself, what is that one beer going to do to you? And just think about it for a minute. Think about the way that if you didn't drink beer all night last night, how you'd feel this morning. And you wouldn't have to spend your whole day hydrating. And if you wanted to go out and buy your family a nice steak dinner tonight, you'd have the money to do that because you wouldn't have spent your money on alcohol last night. Well, I'm sorry, just interruption after interruption. And I've even spoke to people, I know people that are my age. And those individuals, I ask them if you've ever been to Texas Roadhouse, or say if you've been to Chick-fil-A, or if you've been out to eat at any of these fine establishments that are provided to us. And I get answers from people that are just like, no, I hadn't been to most places to go out to eat. And then you reflect upon it, and you figure why they haven't been is because you know that every time you see them, they've got a bottle of whiskey, or they've got a beer in their hand. And that's all they know. That's all they know is that beer in their hand and that back porch, or the fellowship of, if they've got a buddy that they just go hang out with every single weekend. And that's all they know. And I talked about in one of my videos about being cultured and things like that, and those are the types of things that lead us on a path to become good, cultured people, and to be able to learn those experiences and these things other people go through. So let's just quick little video, just a whole bunch of babbling going on here, but I think that some of you out there are going to get something from this, and that's exactly why I do it, because I woke up this morning and I was thinking about you knuckleheads out there, and I'm pulling for you all the time. I'm pulling for you.